What does success look like in the fashion industry? Your name on a billboard, thousands of followers online, large budget contracts, perhaps being the last person to walk down the runway of a show with your name on it feels like success to you. This might be what success looks like today, but what did success look like before the term fashion designer had even been coined? Charles Frederick Worth was widely considered to be the first designer to sew a label bearing his name into the garments of clothing that he designed. And he was one of the first people to prepare a collection of clothing to be showcased as a unified body of work. He went on to design clothing for an international client base, as well as the royalty and aristocrats of his time. Now let's take a look at the importance of purpose-built clothing and the impact it's had on history. Thomas Burberry was the creator of gabardine, a textile known for its resilience to the elements with the added benefit of being breathable and lightweight, unlike the thick, rubberized materials used for manufacturing outerwear at the time. Burberry's textile was implemented into thousands of uniforms across both world wars. Because of its purpose-built design, the Burberry company was able to navigate through the most trying of times.
Fashion design is a long journey. I see many friends of mine, they gave up in the midway. It's not easy to hang on for such a long journey, and it doesn't happen overnight. Success would be, for fashion designers, would be getting people to realize fashion is not about wearing the uniforms. It's to explore specific pieces, specific design that fit for the body, for the style, for the personality, to express the best of their own side. I think success is still some distance, from me, and I'm working towards to it. I don't consider, I'm successful yet.
Fashion weeks come in many different shapes and sizes. Over time, they have been an important tool for designers to make their voices heard. However, the origins of Fashion Week as we know it come from a place that you might not expect. In 1943, the world had been at war for 3 years with no end in sight. Since mainland Europe had largely been overrun by Nazi Germany, there was no real home for fashion to be seen or for designers to showcase their work. On the 19th of July 1943, fashion publication Eleanor Lambert organised a group of fashion shows into a specific time frame that was known at the time as Fashion Press Week in New York. Since then, many different fashion weeks have popped up all over the world, with the big four being recognised as New York, London, Milan and Paris. Over the decades, fashion weeks and fashion shows as a whole have proved to act as reliable platforms for the future success of many designers. For example, Christian Dior held his first fashion show in Paris in 1947, where he showcased his New Look collection. The collection was extremely well received by critics, and the use of fashion show as a means of gaining visibility as a designer proved Dior access to buyers and retailers. The initial success of Christian's label's debut show would serve as a precursor to the success that his brand would later enjoy.
I always wanted to be a fashion designer. It's the only thing I've ever wanted to be. You have to do it for the love. Like, if you're in it just for like the business aspects, I can't imagine that it's gonna work as well as you'd expect it to, because the days that it's hard, the days that things are going tough, you're gonna want to give up. To me, this isn't work. This is just what I love doing. The thing that kind of got my foot in the door at Central St. Martin's originally was that I saw online that there was basically a summer school, but the applications were closed. So I literally said to my sister, can you come to London with me? Let's pull up, let's try and get a place. And I just turned up, and I said to the lady, like, I've literally come from Reading, I would really appreciate if I can have a space in the summer school. And she was like, because of your determination, I'll give you a space. So I would say determination, definitely. Consistency, like even when things aren't going the way you want them to be, just keep going. To me, what defines success is accomplishing my goals. Like just being on track. Like obviously you don't want to like put too much pressure on yourself, because when I was at university and school, like I had such a tunnel vision, and I was just like, I just want to be successful. But then it's kind of like, what is success, you know?
So success, perhaps not as easy to define as you may have thought. Although she left behind a well-established brand which has stood the test of time, the legacy of Coco Chanel stands alone. Regarded as a true fashion icon, if there ever was one, her life story has been told over and over again. From her childhood of poverty and early life in an orphanage, through commitment to the craft and creating opportunities where there were none, Chanel was infamously able to navigate her career through multiple world wars, relationships and benefactors to become a household name. My life didn't please me, so I created my life. Coco Chanel.